And it is the second leg between Besiktas Sompo Japan and Nanterre 92. Well, this is a Besiktas crowd that is hopeful, but without that man right there, Jason Rich, with a broken arm, arguably their best player, is going to sit and watch this one. And I'm not exactly sure how long he's out for, but the bottom line is Besiktas without their best player for this game. And you look at the lineup there, the winner of this game, or rather the winner of this tie will advance to face the winner of Virtus Bologna's round of 16 clash with Le Mans. So Nanterre winning the first leg 68-59. That means that Besiktas needs to outscore Nanterre by 10 points today. Of course, if it's tied, or rather if they're up by 9 points at the end of regulation, then the game will go to overtime. And there you see the slate for the playoff round of 16, second legs. In that side of the bracket, Segafredo Virtus Bologna will be taking on Le Mans Sarthe, and that will tip off at 8:30 Central European time tomorrow. Well, Besiktas, the first couple of seasons in the Basketball Champions League were terrific in the regular season, but were unable to get out of the round of 16. And are they going to put this Nanterre team away and advance finally? Well, look at this roster. This is a very good team. Treadwell, Yaskavicius, Konate, Gamble, Invernizzi, Paulson, Mensah, Karn, Mark Panza, and Jeremy Singlen, and Pascal Donadieu, their longtime coach. Watching Nanterre play last week, I honestly could not really identify any of their players who had had a bad game. They were good across the board. They were focused and concentrated, and because of that, they have a 9-point lead in this tie. For Besiktas, they still have a lot of talent. Phil Pressey, Erkan Veseloglu. Now they've got Leon Apaydin, Enes Taskaran, Samet Gayek, Joe Alexander, Dusan Jantekin, Yıldızlı, Ivan Bua, John Mutaf, Kyle Gibson. So, you know, this is a team that, the bottom line, folks, nobody's going to feel sorry for you if you don't win and you go out. You got to have that next man up philosophy. They've had time to practice. They were able to win over the weekend, a close one by 3 points, and perhaps they gained a little bit of confidence with that result. And that result came against Afyon, 82-79. So, can this Nanterre team, who weren't as impressive in the regular season as Besiktas, complete what would be, I suppose, a mild upset in the round of 16? And I say mild because, especially without Jason Rich, you know, this Besiktas team loses really its probably its best scorer, its go-to man in those crunch situations. But don't look past Besiktas, especially at home. They can be tough. I think they're going to be fired up and ready to play against this Nanterre team. That being said, Nanterre, they could not have picked a better time, really, to play their best game of the season in the Basketball Champions League. And that's what I would call last week's performance. With the stakes what they were, the way they came out, completely focused, executed the game plan, and really won a tough game against Besiktas. Of course, it didn't help Besiktas. Jason Rich actually played early on in that game, but clearly wasn't able to go after getting hurt. But nevertheless, this is a Besiktas team that fully believe in its chances tonight. They've got a wonderful, experienced coach, Duško Ivanović, who there to the left of your screen, probably tactically knows that he's got a game plan tonight that can win his team the game, and it boils down to execution. Can his players come out and execute the game plan? No doubt about it. He's the man in control. He's going to go out and shake hands with Pascal Donadieu for the second time in as many weeks. And also the players from Nanterre. And Besiktas will meet at midcourt. Remember, Breaker Paulson had that facial injury last week and was bloodied, but it looks like he's going to be okay tonight to go. And we're basically right now at halftime, folks, when you consider the overall score in the two games, the one that was played last week and the one that was played tonight. So I'm excited. I know you must be excited, and I know the players are excited. And Nanterre will know that really they are at halftime, and that even though they finished last week with a 9-point win, if you want to call it a win, it was really more of a 9-point lead. And over 40 minutes, that type of advantage can evaporate very quickly. So we're just minutes away from the start of this game. Kyle Gibson and Besiktas going through their final warm-ups. Looking back at Besiktas, they lost to Peter Karshiaka 2 years ago. They lost to Midi Bayreuth last season. If they come back and win this tie, this will be a famous win, considering the circumstances. The referees for today's game, lining up from Ukraine, Sergei Zashchuk, Oscar Brutus from Latvia, and Adamir Zarakovic on the right, or on the left rather, from Bosnia. That man right there last week really came out and played his best game of the season for Nanterre in the Basketball Champions League. And for Nanterre tonight, it's going to be Treadwell, Konate, Gamble, Julian Dizzy, and Jeremy Singlet at that starting five. So that player I was telling you about there for Pascal Donner was Corentin Martin. Came out and played 15 minutes. Also, they got good minutes last week from Jean-Marc Hansen. Like everybody from Nanterre didn't try to do too much last week. Just did what they need to do. Phil Pressey, Veseloglu, Murat Yudisli, Mutaf. Obviously, it's the starting five missing Jason Rich, but it will be a competitive starting five. Richard Vanovich is a longtime coach in Europe. He's coached in, shall we say, FIBA basketball. He's coached national teams. He's coached a lot of international basketball. He's coached at the highest level with clubs, particularly in Spain, really where he made his name. His spells, his spell with Baskonia, also played Barcelona. Good job here with Besiktas. Last week, he's also out for this as well, so it's double blow really for Vincing. And Riz being out this game, Vincing on the left, the Germany national team captain. Mason Reed. But that is Metro Sports. Philosophy you've got to have, and this kind of also shows if you want to be successful at a high level, you've got to have depth. You've got to have players you can call into the team that are ready to go. There's Nanterre, embracing each other, ready for the fight. Boy, Istanbul, what a place. What a basketball city this is. So many wonderful games have been played over the years, whether it's been in domestic competitions, European competitions, and of course, who could ever forget the Eurobasket back in 2001, and also the 2010 FIBA Basketball World Cup. Sensational events. Turkey making players were the names you put on the score sheet at the beginning of the starters, and instead of coming off the bench, Julian Gamble is going to start. Raker Paulson is going to be on the bench. Well, everybody, hello. Welcome to Istanbul, the city where East meets West. This is the second leg of the round of 16 of the Basketball Champions League tie between Nanterre in green and Besiktas in the white. And Nanterre starting with a 9-point advantage from the first leg. And Besiktas having to go without their star, Jason Rich, out with a broken arm, also without Robin Vincent. Both of those gentlemen in street clothes and behind the bench and watching this game, pulling their team, rooting for their team, overcome this deficit. Maybe they'll make it back. Julian Gamble got the start. Looks like Nanterre wanted Raker Paulson in there, but excuse me, now they've substituted him in. So there was a mishap at the beginning. The lineups were turned in, but anyway, Paulson's in the game now. One team has scored here in the first minute. John Mutaf puts it up from a long way out. And again, Mutaf in there for Rich. Raker Paulson gets in the paint, passes it back to Treadwell. Treadwell puts it up and in. Impressive spin move. Demetrius. Talk about players that have to produce. Ivan Bua. Here he is going up against Treadwell. Second going to the basket. Jump post. That's by Treadwell. Pressing. Konate. And Yildiz grabs the board. Which player will step up for Besiktas, if anybody? Will it be John Mutaf? Will it be Yildiz? Will it be this man, Pressy? Well, we expect big games from Pressy anyway. There's Mutaf, his pass. Bula batted out of bounds. Score right now, Nanterre are plus 11. I can say it's an aspect to European competition that I just find fascinating. We'll have these round of 16 ties, the quarter, you know, the times when you have the aggregate. Inside they go to Pressy, lays it up and in. Paulson, he was short with that, and Pressy gets it. Pressy loses his footing, and then called for a kick. He's complaining. Saying he was tripped up, but watch this. Might have been by Raker Paulson there. And scoring after inbounding the pass. Give and go. Izzy. Here's Konate, one of the real stars in the first leg. Now Ivan Bua. Well, Veseloglu tried to get the ball to the big man, and ball was batted away. Nevertheless, still plenty of time on the shot clock. Konate takes his seat, and Adas Jaskavičius checks into the game, their Lithuanian international. Lots of internationals in these two teams, especially Nanterre. And now Yuskavicius runs into John Mutaf and is called for a foul. Watch this. They kind of held him up a little bit and was called for the foul. So the second team foul on Nanterre. Ivan Bua backs up Treadwell. That's money in the bank note. But look at Pressey get in there, challenge for the offensive rebound. But Ivan Bua, he needs to do better than that. Senglin off the back of the iron. You would think that if Besiktas can get the ball into the hands of Ivan Bua right on the low block, he should be able to go to work and score, but he's missed his first two opportunities. Veseloglu is going to put it up from deep. And Senglin with the rebound, so a very tepid start offensively for both teams. And now Pressey called for a foul. Yep, he was holding him. You saw him in the midsection. Good spot by the referee there. John Mutaf comes out. John Mutaf and Kyle Gibson checks into the game. And the way this lineup is right now, you look at Kyle Gibson come out there, and he is a player that can pour in the points. Besiktas will be hoping that he's brought his A-star game tonight because they need it. Hugo Invernizzi. Back to Senglin. He hands it off to Treadwell. Treadwell nowhere to go. Gets the rebound, puts it back up. Gibson back to Bua. A little bit closer this time. He's blocked from behind, though. Good help defense from Invernizzi. And a foul on Veseloglu. So Ivan Bua is the player that they want to get involved. That was a clear foul on Erkan Veseloglu. Look at this. He's thinking he's going up for two, and he has no idea that Hugo Invernizzi is behind him. Senglin, no look pass to Treadwell. Still can't get it to go, but he gets the ball back and passes it out to Yuskavicius. And Pressey now hands it off. Veseloglu has it knocked out of his hands. And boy, it's an almighty struggle offensively for both of these teams. Treadwell has it, going up against Gayic. Now the ball knocked out of the hands of Nanterre. Pressey on a 2-0 break. Yildisley goes up and lays it in, and he's fouled by Raker Paulsen. Oh, he got him right on the face. Good concentration there, the finish from Yildisley. So Demetrius Treadwell goes out, and Julian Gamble makes his second appearance in the game. Yildisley puts the first one up. His free throw is good, so he's got 3 points. And Besiktas now lead it 5-2. Down 6 on aggregate. Paulsen. Invernizzi bats it back outside to the Icelandic international. He still can't get it to drop. Well, there's an opportunity right now for Besiktas, with Nanterre struggling to put the ball in the basket. Gibson. Oh, he gets blocked by Gamble, but sneaking in there for the offensive rebound and put back Samet Gayek. Three-pointer from Senglin. Well, that was just what the doctor ordered for Nanterre. Long time between scores for them. Keenan Sapahi getting ready to check into the game, or Kanan Sapahi. And traveling, called on Gayek. Julian Gamble with his first block of the game. For Senglin, drilled his first three of this contest. Now the dump, the attempted dump to Gamble, batted away by Gayek. But Nanterre did a great job of getting back on defense. Yildisley going up against Corentin Karn, and Yildisley suddenly looking like a player that has that potential to step up in a big way tonight. Skavicius gets it across midcourt. Here's the danger man, Senglin. But he falls down, and the ball, he's tied up. Great job by Sapahi. I don't know who I would rather not be guarding me, Sapahi or Pressey. They both cover you like white on rice. It is hard to shake those guys off. Gibson to Gayek. Yildisley again. He says, I got this. He gets inside. He scores. He went straight at Invernizzi. And 7 points rather already. Now inside, Gamble tries to answer, and Yildisley with the rebound. And I'm pretty sure that Nanterre fans, good D by Karn, but that was just a little sloppy by Kyle Gibson. I think Nanterre fans know they are going to be in for a nervous ride tonight. Senglin takes it in, takes the bump. Oh, great play. Jeremy Senglin just oozes with moves on offense. Look at this. He is not afraid to take it inside. Second one is good. Nanterre again with the 5-point lead on aggregate. 5 points for Senglin. Gayek, he's hit that before. That was too long. Invernizzi. And the early evidence suggests that Nanterre are not going to knock him in from three-point range the way they did the other night. So far tonight from three-point range, Nanterre are 1 of 6. Now 1 of 7 after that latest miss, in fact. Final minute of the first quarter. Gibson. And gets it to fall. Well, I think if you're Ivanovic, you have to be pleased that you've been able to cut into the deficit, but now they turn it over. Nanterre and Besiktas have another chance. Bua, who's back in the game, is going to go right at Gamble. And he is fouled, the referee says, from behind. So 2 shots coming for Ivan Bua. So Ivan Bua having a tough time here early on in the game, but finally gets his first point. They have to settle for just that 1 point. It's a 2-point lead for Nanterre on the aggregate. Corentin Karn. Gamble kept it alive, but that's going to come too late. So this Nanterre team perhaps not playing like the well-oiled machine they were last week. They're getting some good looks. They're just not knocking them in as Besiktas up 14-7 after 1. And just 2 field goals made by Nanterre in that first quarter. Besiktas themselves have yet to hit a three-pointer. Each team with two free throws. Second quarter action underway. And already a game full of intrigue coming into this one. Can Besiktas overturn the 9-point first leg deficit without Jason Rich, without Robin Benzing? And so far, all they've done is shave 7 points off that deficit. So not a bad start at all for Besiktas. Especially when you consider they probably haven't played that great themselves. Probably not a bad move to get Konate back in there. Number 5, Piscavicius to Gamble. Over to Senglin, who goes baseline. Oh, beautiful move by Senglin, scoring with the reverse layup. Well, the temptation would have been there for Gamble to go up with that, but he spotted his teammate open in the corner. Now Gibson drives in, and Paulson grabs the rebound. And this time they get it to big Julian Gamble, and he dunks it and earns the trip to the line. Good feed by Adas Yuskavicius. Look at this. Take this big fella, he says. Well, Bua kind of dropped off to help, and he paid the price. Now we're getting our first look at Joe Alexander tonight. Every second, every point counts in a tie like this. You know it is vital. Every trip down the floor, every opportunity. And Gamble short with the free throw. Kanan Sapahi drives in, back outside to Alexander. He gets it over to Gibson. And then Gamble came from behind and knocked it away. Gamble seems like he's turned it up a notch here tonight. The last couple of minutes. Now Yuskavicius as well. I think Coach Donadue must have lit a fire under his players in that in-between quarters. Senglin goes in, misses. Alexander rebounds it, outlet pass to Gibson. And now Konate, Lau Konate called for a foul. Actually, the foul's on Paulson. Inside it goes, and Ivan Bua puts it in. So yeah, that other foul was on Paulson, not on Konate. But he heads over to the bench. Treadwell back in the game. Konate. Into Bua. And again, Bua scores. And that's enough for Pascal Donadue. The aggregate lead back to just 2 points. So timeout called by Nanterre. Besiktas 0 for 3 from deep, but look at the damage they're doing inside, 8 of 14. And some good signs there from the way Bua attacked the basket. Besiktas with 2 more rebounds. So back to live action here. Coming out of the timeout. And John Mutaf called for the foul. A little bit of body. It is a very loud crowd here tonight, as you can tell. And that's making a big difference for Besiktas. There they are. Two fouls now on John Mutaf as well. Paulson has a couple for Nanterre. Senglen. Over to Konate. And then his pass went off the feet of Treadwell, but I think the pass was intended for his teammate in the corner. Sipai again now, Gibson. Gibson from three, and Gamble with a big rebound. Konate bounced pass to Treadwell. He took a bump. He was able to get it to Gamble, and Bua did a good job of denying Gamble. Bua posting up. Great job that time by Gamble to deny Bua the entry pass. Senglen tried to bank it in, and Bua grabs the rebound. So it is a very low-scoring affair here. Nanterre really struggling offensively. Just 11 points, 14 and a half minutes into the contest. Gibson, good! And just like that, we're all tied on aggregate. Konate hands it off to Gamble. Gamble over to Senglen, good! And that was a two. Well, he's gonna have to hit shots. There's no doubt about it. Bua gets inside, hung in the air, took the contact. Now outside to Mutaf, and reaching in, great steal by Treadwell. Gets it to Konate, oh, behind the back! A little bit of French pastry. And then knocked to the ground was Senglen. So two free throws coming for Senglen. Here it is again. And probably looked worse in live action than it was, but that was a great pass by Konate behind the back. And Alexander, well, I think they're looking to see if it's an unsportsmanlike. I can't see them calling this an unsportsmanlike. Looked almost unfortunate for him that he had the foul called. Looked like he got a lot of ball, as he was saying. Can't imagine they would call that an unsportsmanlike. But then again, from the angles that I've seen, So just as a reminder, Nanterre winning the first leg last week by 9 points, which means that the Besiktas need to win by 10 points to win the tie. So 2 shots coming. And we're going to have a timeout on the court.
Not you. You shouldn't. Not you. If you don't, if you're scared, stay here. This is a clear shot. Why you don't shot? Hey, pa daj odavde loptu, tražiš faul. Pa daj loptu, nemoj tražiš faul. Hey, play sam. When we have shot, take the shot. Joe, don't looking only for pass. Pass the here inside is difficult. Move the ball, guys. Hey, now, 13 is alone. He made the pass. Why you stay here?
5 assists apiece.
Play now 10. Okay? If a clear shot, if no, after we play, pick. Let's go.
So Singland will go to the line for 2 free throws. And makes the first one. Some other basketball players in the city you might notice on the right. Trying to remember who that was. Second free throw is good as well. And the jump shot is good from Alexander. Now, missing was Konate. Bua goes right at Treadwell and then missed an easy one. Singland again, the jump shot. And Nanterre fans breathing a little easier now as their team goes back in front by 4 points on aggregate, even though they're trailing by 5 in the game. Now driving in, missing, the ball batted out. Pressy off the back of the iron. Treadwell hands it off to Escavicius, now Singland. Three-pointer is good from Singland. Now he's awake. Pressy in the lane, and foul was called. Was it before he attempted the shot? Gayak comes back into the game. It doesn't take long for a little run. And Nanterre were wobbling, but now they're back in front by 7. Gibson, it's good. Rare three-pointer, and Besiktas back in front. 25-20 on the night. Besiktas in that man-to-man right now. Konate turns. Gayak battles for the ball, and not able to save it in bounds to Alexander. Good hustle from Gayak. Here it is, into Invernizzi. Beautiful pass by Treadwell. Besiktas caught standing around in the lane. Pressy. And fouled by Treadwell. Kenny Sapai getting ready to come back into the game. And good box out from Invernizzi on Gayak. So just a minute and a half to go in the first half. So far so good for Nanterre, but see if Yuskavicius, nope, he's gonna get it to Konate. Konate and Treadwell battling for the rebound. He's gonna put it back up and in! Pressy quickly to the other end, outside. And Veseloglu off target, but Pressy collects the rebound. Gibson wide open. Singleton walking a tightrope, gets it to Konate. And now the rebound by Pressy. And he was bumped. So timeout on the floor. And Ivanovic hoping they'll take at least 2 points off that deficit and possibly even more. Might just take it down the shot clock as much as possible.
We have 24 seconds, okay? 24, 22. Only one shot. Okay? Only one shot.
So they only want to have the one shot, and
take the ball, scream, take the ball, Joe, take the ball. Here, last 5 seconds, play. Hey, look, they will jump. He will jump, quickly, pass, pick and pop, draw, for shot.
Focus on this stop, one stop. Let's go. Nanterre. And one stop, one stop.
So those players that were watching the game, I'm reliably informed, it was Adrian Morman, the France international, who's knows some of these France players, of course. Also Shane Larkin, who played college basketball with Julian Gamble at Miami. And they play for another team in the city, Anadolu Efes. So they're going to take it down to about 5 seconds, Coach Ivanovic said. See if Pressey will get any space. He does, and then he missed the shot. So Treadwell will just hold it. And that's how the first half finishes. Besiktas lead this game 26-24. They trail by 7 points on aggregate. Still 20 minutes to go. So Besiktas 10 of 21 inside the arc. It would help if they could shoot a little bit better. They haven't really gotten Kyle Gibson going yet. Nanterre just 2 of 11 from deep. Each team with 22 rebounds, each team with 6 assists. So maybe they're saving it for an offensive explosion in the second half, because we certainly didn't get one in the first. Yildiz 7 points. Singlen has a game-high 16 for Nanterre, and he started slowly as well. Treadwell contributing in a myriad of ways, including a couple of steals. Veseloglu, no surprise that he has a couple of steals as well. And so it's really the Singlen show for Nanterre. And both Yildiz and Gibson each with 7 points for Besiktas. Van Boer 5 points, 6 rebounds. I think that's what Besiktas would like to do, would be to get the ball inside to their big man, but he's got to be able to finish. Anyway, enjoy the highlights. We'll be right back before the start of the second half. Well, those people are happy. They know that their team has closed the gap considerably. Besiktas lead this game 26-24, still trail, in fact, 7 points on aggregate, but they did get it back to level. And if Besiktas, you just feel like, can come out and put together a little bit of a run, they could perhaps come back and overhaul this deficit and win it. But Nanterre riding the back of Jeremy Singlen, who has 16 points. He has almost single-handedly, really, at least offensively, kept them alive, or kept them in a strong position. They need Paulson, they need some other players that can step up and contribute. Interesting, we haven't seen Panza tonight. He played okay minutes last time. Paulson has not scored. He's missed all 4 of his shots from the floor. Hugo Invernizzi has a couple of points. He's only taken a couple of shots. Juskavicius played 16.5 minutes, has only attempted 1 field goal. So it's not like he's missing a lot. He's just not taking any shots. You know, the players that are misfiring are Konate, who's 0 of 7 from the floor, and Paulson, who's 0 of 4. So they're combined 0 of 11. But Singlen, with those 16 points, says, just jump on my back, folks. I'll carry you into the quarterfinals. Well, we'll see. And those fans are going to make a big difference as well. Which team prefers to play that slower pace? Well, you'd think it would be Besiktas. Although Cressy certainly can get up and down the floor quickly. As can Sipahi. They'll run if they get a chance. That's for sure. And these great fans haven't stopped making noise from the very beginning of the game. They're doing their part. Now it's time for Besiktas to do theirs. So Adrian Mormon on the far right, next to Shane Larkin. This Larkin's played some of the NBA. He's the son of baseball great Barry Larkin, formerly of the Cincinnati Reds. You've probably heard that a million times. Here's Kyle Gibson coming out and hitting a 3. That is a great sign for Besiktas. Treadwell gets it into Paulson. Can he get it going? Turn around the baseline. And again, Gibson has it. I'll tell you, if Gibson starts putting the ball in the basket, this thing can change in a hurry. Cressy. Oh, tried to go up with a reverse, but got pinned by the rim. Look at Kyle Gibson stroking that first 3 here. Besiktas 2 of 9 from 3-point range. And Paulson's pass goes off the rim and then bounces right back to him. And a short little jump shot from Treadwell. And no offense to Treadwell, but if you're Besiktas and you've got other people shooting the ball right now other than Singlen, you're happy. Here's Singlen, he's got it. He gets it back to Invernizzi, bounce pass to Konate, who lays it up and misses the layup. Unbelievable. Boy, Konate's a different player this week. And Pressy answers with a 3. 92-91 now. Nanterre with that 1-point lead on aggregate. They trail by 8 in the game. Bua fouls Senglen. Senglen took one for the team there. He didn't like it. Got him right in the Adam's apple. And here's Pressy. And Pressy just takes it right away from Senglen, but he stepped out of bounds. Invernizzi, a long three. And just no flow to the Nanterre offense right now. Not sure exactly what they're trying to do. Besiktas, meanwhile, they want to get it to this man, and oh, it rattles out. A break for Nanterre. Treadwell over to Senglen. Paulsen, good! Finally, the Iceman from Reykjavik. Pressy, and that time that was an air ball. Kane Sipai is going to check into the game. It's a weird game, isn't it, folks? You know, Besiktas, they get it close, and they don't quite have enough to get over the hump, and then Nanterre makes a play, and then a player like Paulsen, who hasn't been able to make a basket all game, drills a three. And now Sipai takes it away into Veseloglu, who's going to go in, and he takes the punishment from Paulsen, who is going to tell him, you're going to have to earn this at the line, my friend. That was a clean play by Paulsen. Yeah. Pretty nice elevation there by Mr. Paulsen. And Veseloglu sinks the first one. Which way is this one gonna go? Second one is good as well. Well, remember, the winner will face the winner of Virtus Bologna against Le Mans. Treadwell over to Paulsen, same spot, same result. Don't look now, but somebody's got the hot hand, and he wears number 13. Sipahi, and Invernizzi swoops in for the board. Paulsen was tempted to chuck one up there, and Sipahi wisely got out on him. Senglen's going to put it up instead. He had no choice. Rebound Treadwell, and he was fouled on the interior by Gaik or Sipahi. I'll tell you what, in terms of like timely rebounds tonight, that man is doing a decent job. Treadwell with 8 rebounds. Foul was called on Sipahi in the end. Now Invernizzi for 3, another one. And that's the spot where Nanterre want to go. They've hit 3 right in that vicinity in this quarter and pushed their lead on aggregate back to 8 points. And then Bua. Oda Veseloglu lays it up and in. Not sure what Singlin was saying. Look at Treadwell. He's working hard. He's taking a breather. Gamble's checked in. Singlin explodes. Great block by Alexander, but Gamble gets the ball, hands it off to Invernizzi in that same spot yet again. They've hit 3 from that very spot and 4 from that wing in this quarter. Well, it's almost as if Nanterre said, let's go out and shoot the ball terribly in the first half, and then we'll just come out in the third quarter and start stroking it, because that's what they've done. They have been terrific. Nanterre now 6 of 17 from 3-point range. That has changed the complexion of the game. Alexander backing up. Singlin throws it off of Sipahi. And it just goes to show you how difficult it can be overturning a 9-point deficit. Because right now, it is a 9-point deficit on aggregate. The game is knotted. Besiktas will be thinking they should be a little bit closer. Now Sipahi reaches in, knocks it away, and then he's fouled by Invernizzi. Oh, that's just great defense. I'm not sure I would take any defender out there, certainly on the perimeter, over Sipahi. He is tough. John Mutaf gets in, and Invernizzi corrals it over to Yaskavicius. Singlin. Well, I just sung Sipahi's praises, but Singlin went right past him. Oh, beautiful handoff. And John Mutaf fouled Gamble. Wow, it's no unsportsmanlike. It's just a foul. Gamble can take it. Karn comes back in. Boy, Yaskavicius has been awfully quiet tonight. He's been very un-Adas Yaskavicius-like. No points in 20 minutes, and he's only attempted 1 shot. He's got 3 fouls. Gamble is certainly having his struggles at the free throw line. This is the first, so he's 0 of 2 on the night. And John Mutaf has taken a seat. He's got 3 fouls to his name, no points. And now it's a 10-point lead on aggregate. Sipahi bounce pass, perfect play. The double team came, and Bua was wide open. Quarantine Karn able to get the ball across midcourt. Here's Singlet. Karn open. Sesame! Yet again! They're going to have to name that the Nanterre zone, the way they've been burying three-pointers. Wow. Doesn't matter who shoots it, it goes in from that spot. Konate might want to go over there next. Nanterre certainly have wobbled in this game. They didn't have it going offensively in that first half, and Besiktas not really able to take advantage, and now they're facing a mountain to climb. Look at that. Denied at the rim was Pressy. Alexander with the tough assignment trying to guard Singlet. Got a hand up, and that was just enough to put him off the shot. And tough break for Besiktas. The ball goes out of bounds. And it'll be a new shot clock. Well, new 14 for Nanterre. Karn. Oh, looked like he walked. And great rebound by Alexander flying in. Pressy. Follows the contact. 2 free throws coming. I'll tell you, Pressy did a great job of getting to the line there because it looked like pretty decent defense. Both free throws are good. I tell you, Besiktas have never won a round of 16 tie in the Basketball Champions League. This is their 3rd attempt to do so. And the way the season started for them, it didn't look like it was going to be a good season at all. They wouldn't even make it this far. And good swat from Alexander. A little bit of trash talk at the end of that. Well, that was just superb defense. Alexander moving his feet. And offensive foul. Moving screen called on Gamble. Nanterre have got a good lead right now. 9 points on aggregate. Can they close the door? Good defense from Karn again. And Nanterre starting to look more like the team that we saw last week here in this second half. And it's great to see the promise of a player like Karn come out. Getting a chance to play and making the most of it. Konate misses. Gamble, starting to think it's not Konate's night offensively. Gamble spins, bounce pass to Konate, finally gets it to go. Boy, that was a great play. He felt the 3 players come right at him, Gamble, and he passed it to the wide open Konate, just like he's supposed to. Bua for 3. Well, we've talked about it. You don't have Jason Rich tonight. You don't have Robin Benzing. You've probably missing your two biggest weapons from three-point range. Konate, beautiful pass to Gamble. And Nanterre have got to grips with this game tonight, folks. 44-40, and leading it now by 13 points on aggregate. Besiktas called timeout. Still plenty of time for them to come back, but I don't know that they.
Let's go.
How do they want to attack this Nanterre team? Well, the three-point shot has arrived for Nanterre in this quarter, and that's really the big difference. They couldn't throw the ball in the ocean in the first half, standing on the beach. But here they are tonight in this third quarter, and Paulson hit two from the exact same spot. Invernizzi hit one just a few steps over to the right. From three-point range tonight, so as Invernizzi is 2 of 4, Singland 2 of 5, Paulson 2 of 4, and Karn is 1 of 2. Maybe Besiktas have saved the best for last. Three-point attempt and long jump shot, no good. So Besiktas head over to the bench with a lot of work to do. They trail by 13 points on aggregate here at home to Nanterre. Besiktas 3 of 15 from deep, 7 of 19 for Nanterre. Even inside the arc, Besiktas sub 50% at 12 of 26. Nanterre just 9 of 29. It is a low scoring affair here in Istanbul. Well, it's now or never time for Besiktas. And they'd like nothing more than to create some havoc here with their defense. Quick pass to off the hands of Konate. Good call by the ref there, right on it. Gibson drives and earns a trip to the line. Oh yeah, he got fouled about 2 or 3 times. Besiktas 7 of 9 at the free throw line tonight. Gibson, these will be his first attempts. Both free throws in. Well, that's a good start to this quarter for Besiktas. Well, Pressey just got abused by Singlen, went right past him, and then Sipahi flew in and committed the foul on Singlen. Singlen misses the first. Well, you wonder. Obviously, that first leg, when you're at home, you got to take advantage of the first leg, as Nanterre did. And they gave themselves a great platform to come out and win this tie. Can they slam the door shut? Pressey floats in, good D from Singlen, got his hands on it. Good hustle by Besiktas to get it back. Sipahi puts up a little runner from three-point range, and Gamble pulls the ball down and hands it off to his teammate. So Joe Alexander picks up the personal. Yıldızlı comes back in. It's been a while since we've seen him. Also Veseloglu. Invernizzi for three. And Besiktas fans breathe a sigh of relief. And into Bua, who goes up. Saw Gamble coming in, so instead of dunking it, just laid it off the glass. You want to keep an eye on that score there where it says AGGR. That's the one that really matters in this game. Right now it's Nanterre by 10. Invernizzi left open, short. And a long rebound. Another break for Nanterre. Konate takes the bump, passes the Gamble, but behind him. Now Sipahi has it. And Sipahi drives in, not there for the finish. Veseloglu for the follow. Out to Yıldızlı. And good hustle by Nanterre. But foul has been called on Gamble. Paulson back in the game. Yaskavich is back in. Gibson to Bua. He's going to keep it this time, and he's going to be fouled by Gamble. I think, you know, even if you get all ball on that, as Gamble may have, if you are kind of coming down hard on the ball like that, from behind especially, the referee, it just makes it an easy call for him to call that a foul. So Bua's at the line, and really Besiktas need to put a little run here together, and they don't need to start missing free throws. They were 9 of 11 at the stripe before that miss. Bua 10 points, 8 rebounds. Another pass to Singlen. Nanterre more than happy to take some time off the clock now, it appears, every time down the floor. Singlen. Over to Paulson. The bounce pass read perfectly by Gibson. Veseloglu asking for the ball in the corner. Bua says, I'm going to go right at Treadwell. So foul called on Treadwell. This time he makes it. Coming into the season, or into the playoffs rather, into this game in fact, shooting the basketball at the free throw line for Bua. He's had some tough games. He's missed his share, 65.1%. He did 41 of 63. Konate from the right. Yildisley with the board. 8 points, the deficit. Now the ball to Singlen. He passes up ahead to Yaskavicius, who released early. Nearly 4 minutes now into the final quarter. Still a 10-point lead on aggregate for Nanterre. Bua. And lays it up and in. Well, Bua is potentially going to finish with a big night tonight. "13 points for him. Yaskavicius, the pass gets away. Singlen gets it. And then a foul called late in the shot clock on Yildisley. Singlen is a player that forces you to come out and guard him because he's such a good shooter, and he's got that explosive first step to where he gets past you, and he's got some hops. He can hang in the air, and he's caused all sorts of problems tonight for the second week in a row for Besiktas. That said, he's only got 1 point in the second half, 1 of his 17 in the second half.
Still this pass, the 2 guys plays here, you understand? Side pick and roll. And with 5, number 5, when he play pick and roll, we help also. If you're here, you help. Okay, next offer, 4-5 flash. Okay, here, cut, spacing, go. Okay, hey, so next, you play on turn with the shape. Okay, no stupid fouls.
Tell you what, that's a big performance from Treadwell. You know, you talk about what he can do for you. He might have some limitations offensively, but in the hustle category tonight, he's been excellent. He's got 4 points, 9 rebounds, 2 steals. And that's in 20 minutes and 29 seconds of action. Gamble, meanwhile, has 4 fouls, so not sure when we're going to see him again. The inbounds pass, that's going to be goal interference. The ball was already off the backboard. Paulson coming out and guarding Gildesley, almost coming up with a steal. There he is again. Sipahi for 3. And you got to go to battle with the players that you've got, but you feel for Besiktas tonight without Jason Rich and Robin Benzing. That is a couple of big-time absentees for them. Quick pass, Konate lays it up and in. Boy, they cut them open like a surgeon with that play. And back to the drawing board for Besiktas. Looks like Ivanovic is trying to figure out which play he wants to run here. 39-31 in the rebounding for Nanterre. Look at that, 5 more offensive boards. Well, if Nanterre win this game, they should get some confidence going on the road and overcoming a very difficult first half when they just could not put the ball in the basket other than Jeremy Singlen. I mean, they had his 16 points, but otherwise it was tough going for Nanterre, but it was a valuable 16 points. And then add to the fact that Besiktas have their own challenges offensively without Benzing, without Jason Rich. It was okay for Nanterre. Now Gibson comes out off the front of the rim and Singlen with the rebound. But the way the regular season finished, you really would not have bet against Besiktas going on and winning this round of 16 tie. They came into the playoffs one of the hottest teams in the Basketball Champions League, and it has not worked for them in this tie. They played a very tough game in the first leg, but again, they lost Rich. And it just seems like the basketball gods have not been on their side in the playoffs. Once again, Gibson for 3. He hits, gets it back to a 10-point game. A 10-point tie, rather. 9 points. 9 points the difference on aggregate. Singlen fouled by Gibson. Okay, Nanterre spreading the court nicely. They've got their players out on the perimeter, so anybody that has it, as Treadwell did there, he knows he's got about 3 or 4 different options where he can throw the basketball. So Treadwell gets an assist thanks to that made free throw. Treadwell, or rather Singlen, misses the second. Pressy for 3. Well, while there's hope, there's life, and that gets it back to a 7-point difference on aggregate. Well, I was wrong. Treadwell did not get an assist on that one. I thought he would, since he made the pass that led to the free throw. anyway. Singlin. Reach. There was some contact, no call. Shot clock about to expire. Konate from the right. Oh, a dagger! He's not been able to knock one in until that one right there. Three for Pressey, and Paulson with the rebound. Konate now 1 of 5 from three-point range. He had missed his first 4. And Yaskavicius, who has really not handled any of the scoring tonight, hands it off. Konate again, and again, he did all the hard work, but then missed the layup. Gibson from deep. And Yaskavicius hands it off. Less than 2.5 minutes to go. Nanterre just happy to take time off the clock. Now they've got to get into it. Treadwell takes in the paint, goes off 1 foot, gets rejected by Gayak. Chasing from behind, Konate almost gets the steal, but he ends up fouling. First one is good. Sipai checks back in. 1:57 to go. Yildisley goes out. 8 points. Still the difference. Still time. They need to come up with a steal, maybe. Get a turnover and a quick basket. Pressey. Oh! Does he get it? Look at him diving on the floor for the ball. Singlin has it. It's the one thing that gives Besiktas a chance here late is their ability to pressure the ball. Look at that. And Singlin just kind of, I think, forgot that he's being guarded by a guy that can just be very disruptive. Besiktas goes out. Bua and Ivanovic calls timeout, so he will set the table once again for his team. Let's go down to the huddle and listen in.
But guys, stay here and looking. If he can't, you can shot. Bula, take the ball, pass. Kenan looking, screen for Erkan.
Pass the ball, don't keep the ball too much. Okay? Maybe for Gibson, stagger for Gibson. Be careful. Let's go. 5 on the rebound. Nanterre, 5 on the rebound.
So the hustle by 3 Besiktas players, including Pressey, they were able to tie up Singlin, and they've got the possession arrow. Ball inbounded to Bua. Now Pressey. Besiktas drives. Oh, what a strong rebound by Paulson. That was a basket Besiktas needed to make. And Sipai called for the foul in the backcourt. Well, looking at Donadu, you know he's just going to be happy when this thing is over. He's not comfortable at all. Paulson makes the first. was a big play. It was a big miss by Veseloglu. And the second free throw good. Gibson gets in. Pressey follows, hangs on the rim. Paulson wanting an unsportsmanlike. Pressey comes up, gives him a low five to see if he's okay. Well, once again, ball goes to the other side. And Besiktas, well, I guess they are going to take a look at it. See if it was an unsportsmanlike. It's a tough pill to swallow for Besiktas, really, if they don't come back and win this, considering how they came into this. Oh, they have called the unsportsmanlike. So 2 shots. Yeah. Okay, well, he grabbed him without going for the ball, so 2 shots and possession. Good job by the ref to go back and look at that. And I guess that's one of those where you're Paulson, you did the right thing by asking for it to make sure you brought it to their attention. So 11-point lead on aggregate and possession. Well, 3 more threes for Nanterre. And just looking back at this run that Besiktas were on coming into the playoffs. So they had won 6 in a row. They finished the regular season with 6 consecutive wins. They won 77-70 here in Istanbul over Neptunus Klaipėda. Then they hit the road and they won a very important game at SIG Strasbourg on January 8th, 69-64. They won here again over Prometheus Patras, 96-74. Then they won arguably their most impressive game, 71-70 at Segafredo Virtus Bologna on January 23rd. They followed it up here with another one, 80-71 over Filo Ostin, who were red hot at the time. And then they finished things off with an 81-75 win at Petro Olympia at the end of the regular season. So they lost last week, 68-59 at Nanterre, and right now they're trailing by 2 in this second leg. Ball goes out of bounds off to Skavicius. Okay, so it's almost like Besiktas needs a miracle right now. Will they get it? Pressey. He gets 2. Nanterre not wanting to give away an attempt from 3-point range. And now a foul called on Bua in the backcourt, so Treadwell will go to the line. You might want to settle in. This could be a very long last 1 minute and 5 seconds. So Treadwell, who makes the first. He'd already, in fact, that's his first free throw attempt of the night. And he sinks both of them. Adds to another impressive performance by him. Nice drive and finish by Pressey. 57.8 seconds to go. Skavicius, and fouled by Pressey. Pressey's the man they've got to have on the court in this type of game. That is foul number 3 on him. Well, Yuskavicius at the line only has 2 points. And calmly sinks the first, so Shane Larkin, I suppose he's happy, really. His former college teammates winning tonight. Julian Gamble. And I suppose Adrian Moorman's probably happy to see a team from his homeland winning tonight. France International. Nice hang time by Pressey. Didn't have the finish, though. Well, Nanterre have picked what I think they've picked the right time of the season to start playing their best basketball, notwithstanding that 3-point attempt. They had an awesome game last week. They've been terrific here in the second half tonight. They had their struggles in the first half, but they are going to be advancing to the quarterfinals. And that'll do it, folks. Nanterre win the second leg, 62-60. They win the tie, 130-119 on aggregate over Besiktas. Once again, it's round of 16 agony for Besiktas. For the third year in a row, they fall in the first round in the playoffs. Nanterre, meanwhile, advance to the last 8. And how far can this team go? Well, anybody's guess. They will play the winner of MSB Le Mans against Segafredo Virtus Bologna. So Besiktas, their struggles from deep. Nanterre, they had struggles as well, but that third quarter really kind of propelled them to the victory. They had the 7-point lead on aggregate at halftime, and then the 3 balls started falling after that. So they really did a good job on the boards. And with Besiktas, I know you have to have that next man philosophy. You got to be ready when your number is called, but really it was just too much to overcome. The loss of Jason Rich, and in addition, Benzing. Sapai had 4 steals. Look at that, Treadwell, 2 steals. And the leading scorers, Singlin, Paulson, Invernizzi, Pressey, Gibson, and Bua. It was interesting listening to Julian Gamble there. You could probably hear him on the courtside mic trying to encourage Konate, who had a tough night offensively.
Hey, the second half, they shut me down.
And look at that, Singlin. He had the 16 points in the first half. He said they shut him down in the second half. Finished with 18. Anyway, so you can see Nanterre have advanced in that upper right quadrant there, and they will face the winner of Le Mans and Bologna. Could be a magical year for the team from France. They will be a tough team to face. Whoever they go up against, they'll know Le Mans very well, obviously being from the French league. And Nanterre, remember, they came through the qualifying round just to make it this far. So Nanterre did not play either Le Mans or Segafredo Virtus Bologna in the regular season. So here are some of the highlights, and probably end up seeing more from Nanterre. His Treadwell, as we said, passing it out to the wing to Paulson. Invernizzi. I don't think there's any question really that, you know, the chance was there for Besiktas to come back and win this tie tonight, especially the way Nanterre played offensively. They had their struggles in the first half, yet they only were able to take 2 points off that deficit by halftime, even though they had actually tied it on aggregate during the first half. So they will probably believe that even without Rich, even without Benzing, they had their chances to win this tie. And in the second half, especially the third quarter, Nanterre were just too good. Treadwell, I'll tell you what, he does his share of passing to the open man and getting collecting those assists. He finished tonight, he had 3 assists to go with his 10 rebounds and 6 points. He was plus 15 efficiency. Singleton with 18 points on 5 of 11 shooting. Pressey here ended up leading Besiktas in scoring, but just wasn't quite enough. So that second leg goes in favor of Nanterre, 62-60. They advance to the quarterfinals.